I'm in charge of the MyIT Shared Services, Regional Director of IT. So today we're going to focus on MyIT, just a few points. So we will be talking about a few points. So as you read here, MyIT Thing Support, we do the tough IT tasks so you can have time to do the interesting projects. You might be coming from different properties, different hotels, different brands. So last year you might have, like in the Movenpeak and a few Accor properties, many projects you had it. So this year you will have another project coming on your way, Air Angel, Barracuda, or many more is coming on your way. So you need a time to do all these jobs. This is important. So last year you were, some company were there before and it's no more there. We don't talk about them. So we talk about only MyIT. So you have to have time to do this. So we will be doing the tough task. Doesn't matter you choose the standard or premium package, we will be doing the tough task. So you have the admin rights now, with your H code. So you can do the first resolution. So you can keep a good relation with your users and GMs, and you can do the projects on time. So we will be doing the tough task. So I'm handing over to Robert to explain more about MyIT.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Robert, and welcome to MyIT. All right, so I'm here today to let you know the importance of the MyIT ticketing tool. MyIT ticketing tool, as what Flor had mentioned, this is not our ticketing tool. This is us using the system. This is the ticketing tool that we'll be using for Middle East and Africa. All right. To log into MyIT or to open a ticket in MyIT, users can simply log into the portal or send an email to myit@accor.com. The link that you're seeing right now is myit.movenpick.com, but we're working with the team in Paris to update and publish the myit@accor.com. All right. Now once that's done, your users can log in using their email address, the same as the password. All right. Now what you're seeing right now is the dashboard. Now, from the dashboard, depending on what you want to view, you can simply customize it by clicking the plus sign. And you do have different options that you can choose from. From what I have right now, I have the context financial value, the computers that are registered, and right now you have the Medina Anwar, what's the most number of PCs. All right, so you can just click it. Aside from that, you'll see the customer satisfaction, which is 97% over the last year. The context financial value at the side, the computers by status. So it is also using smart tiles, so you can easily move it around. Aside from that, you can expand it as well, like that. All right. So that's more on the dashboard. Now, how do you handle tickets? All right. To handle the tickets, you just click the three bars, which is the menu, service desk, and then incidents. It is where all our ticket counts. On the incidents, we do have different filters. For example, you're handling multiple properties and you wanted to view all these properties from your view. As you can see right now, I have my own filter, which is set. And from here, you can set it. So you just need to add filter, and then you just type your site. Once you type your site, and then select each of your site, and then all of the tickets will come, or the tickets that are registered under the sites will come from here. Now, if you wanted to set it as a default view, you can just click the plus or the three dots and then set as default. Initially, you just click save as new, it's a new filter. After that, if you want as default, click set as default. So you can also get your reports monthly or weekly, or depending on the report that you want, on the number of tickets that you received, the status, or different things. All right. One thing that I also wanted to talk about is change management. In ITIL, change management or change request is simply an update to an existing system or an entirely new application or environment. Now, this type of change, it requires an approval process, as it may have a big impact either on the operations or even revenue. All right, what I'm talking about is, say for example, for the last 30 days, keep receiving tickets that from your users that the internet is very slow. So the operation somehow is like a little stuck. So if you generate the report, show it to your GM, hey, we do have internet issues here, and our users, internal users, are reporting regarding the slowness. So if you give that analysis or report, show it to your GM, then maybe it's time for you to do an internet upgrade. All right? So that's I'll talk about right now, and I'm handing it over to my colleague Renee, who will talk more about the scheduling, hiring team, and vendor escalation.
So good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Rini George, and I'm working as the assistant IT manager as well for my IT team. So, like Binosh rightly introduced, we'll be taking over some of the tougher tasks and we need your help in those areas as well. So I'll just remind you of the points where you can help us, provide us right information on time, so that we can serve your hotel in a better way. These are things that we have collected from all the hotels where we work with. So, first point that we want to emphasize is we work with many teams in Paris. For each type of request that you raise to us, there's a different team handling it in Paris. So VPN goes to one team, SSL goes to another team, firewall, there is AD, there's proxy, there's exchange. There's multiple teams in Paris, and they work mainly from Monday to Friday. They're supporting over 5,000 hotels, and Saturday, Sundays, they restrict mainly to emergency escalations. So the pressure that is on them is quite high, so we cannot really force them with last minute requests. So from your side, if in the hotel you have a request for a VPN client, a user is joining tomorrow and you need a VPN to be activated today, these are the situations that are difficult. We get these requests from many hotels. Sometimes there's a government access which needs to be accessed immediately, otherwise the hotel faces a penalty. These kind of issues are arising very often. So if you can, from your side, as much as possible, let us know in advance that this kind of a request is there and we need your support. We will schedule with the team in Paris, and then we can give them at least 1 week time frame so that they can allow the access or do the testing, whatever is required from their side. So whenever possible, we know it's difficult, but whenever possible, make sure you give us the information on time so that we can coordinate with teams in Paris at least in advance. So that is one area we need to focus on. Second thing that we have noticed is many times there are installers that have already arrived on site, they are in the hotel, and then waiting for the access to the server, waiting to log into the server and the credentials don't work. If credential is there, the admin right is not there, so various kind of issues happen. So again, from your end, if you have a project like this happening in your hotel and you're aware of it, schedule it with us in advance, and we will make sure that we have a dedicated person for this project. At the time you need the access to the server, he will log in, he will make sure the server has the right profile, login, everything, and then we can schedule with your installer at the right time. Otherwise, it leads to a chaotic situation, which is not good, and the installer is about to leave by the time we are providing the session. So to avoid that, make sure it is informed to us in advance. Third point, so as most of you know, you have the admin rights now in your hotels and for your workstations. So try to carry out most of the local installation tasks by yourself, be it the clients, the Opera, FMC, and Sun, completing the masterization and the laptop imaging part, and then we can help you with most of the other complicated tasks. So I will now hand over to Noor. She will speak more about the customer satisfaction and my IT.
Thank you, Rini. Good afternoon, everyone. I think I have met many of you already. I'm Noor from my IT team, my assistant IT manager. Today I'm going to brief you about the customer satisfaction survey used on my IT tool. So on my IT, we have an automated survey that comes after you resolve the ticket. For the last 5 years, my IT was able to maintain a 97% customer satisfied. So here is some tips. On how we do it. So you can do it also from your side, as long as your users in your property already have started using my IT tool. Okay, so first of all, we focus on quality, not quantity. It doesn't matter how many tickets you have resolved per day or per month. The most important to keep your customer satisfied. So it doesn't matter if you close 10 tickets per day, but you've got 2 not satisfied. Okay, so here is an example. If a user asked you simply to just reset his password, simply you have reset the password and you have changed the state from assigned to resolved. On the other hand, the user is trying to log in, but maybe his caps lock is on. Maybe he has a small issue in his keyboard, he didn't notice. What he will do then, when he gets the survey, he will simply click not satisfied. So, here is the tip. Always make sure the user or the requester confirm to you it's working fine before you change the state from assigned to resolved. Okay, if the user is not getting back to you, he's not replying to you. I guess in your properties, it's easy to touch base with your users because you guys are almost in one property. Simply call them or visit them on the desk. Is everything working fine with you? If you're too busy, you can use the 3 standard follow-ups used by my IT team. So here in my IT, we use 3 standard follow-ups if the user is not getting back to us with a confirmation. On the first day, we will send them the first one, second day, second, and the third day, of course, the third follow-up. Then we can resolve our ticket at least with a good quality. So, of course, you might be using the tool for the first time or it's new to you. If you have any questions, any concerns, please contact myit@accord.com or just get in touch with us on Skype or keep in touch on the WhatsApp group. We will guide you through and we will help you all the time. We're here to help. Thank you very much.
Thank you. On this here, this is the temporary office we have. We have office in our regional office in Media City. So.